rumble of the discourse. We've taken an abandoned concrete factory at the margins of the declining American empire and repurposed it into a battleground where 19 separate entities from across the political spectrum enter the discourse one by one and do battle to determine who controls the narrative force of the discourse. I hope you'll join me, your Southern Gothic futurist host Dirk God Raven Mac, for each and every episode of Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse. Hey, what is going on, folks? This is your boy Dirk God Raven Mac. Of course, I am here hosting Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse at our abandoned concrete factory at the edge of town. We're in week 5, just feeling pretty good tonight, to be honest. I'm about a week away from my birthday, so I am feeling myself, boy. So if you don't know what this is, Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse, 27 competitors up in this bad boy, 2 up the opening bell, 1 comes in every minute. You get eliminated by being tossed over the top rope, pinned or submitted. These suckers get a point for everybody they eliminate. The final 4 get bonus points. What all these points go for? Well, this is a 7-week series. So for the first 6 weeks, we are in week 5, baby. First 6 weeks, they accumulate points, and then in that 7th week, the top 27 point getters come out in reverse order to crown the winner 2023 Champion of the Discourse. Man, we have seen some things. The police state, the tech lord, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, the Twitter communist, they all have won weeks so far. They are on our leaderboard. Let's look at that leaderboard. After 4 events, the woke mobster at the top. Eric Adams at Twit Communist, Dark Brandon, the police state, they're up there. The tech lord, Matt Getz, Donald Trump, free thinker. We've had a barrage of free thinkers this season, a whole bunch of them. And then Pete Bourgeoisie rounding out that leaderboard. Tonight, our sponsor is nobody. Nobody sponsored me this week, so you should have sponsored this. Send some money to your boy Dirk God. Help support Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse. I will tell you, my man Catbird has come through. He sponsored us 2 weeks ago, and he says, man, I want to sponsor Finale. I was talking to Catbird out there. What's up, Catbird? I was talking to him earlier. He's over here in the crowd. But he has sponsored our last week. Looking for a sponsor for next week, man. Slide some money in my pocket. Show some love for this thing, baby. So let's go up to the ring here. Our referees tonight are going to be the National Guardsman and the Lady Cop. That's going to be your 2 referees tonight. The Lady Cop, of course, part of the police state. National Guardsman just filling in. National Guardsman got some points a few weeks ago. Our first competitor, here we go, Elon Musk, the big idiot billionaire who bought Twitter and has lost more wealth than anybody has ever lost. But of course, wealth at that level, when you're hoarding it like that, is imaginary and you can't really get poor. But he is just a real horrible, idiotic human being who actually thinks he's doing good. And if you think he's doing good, hey, good for you. I'm glad you're a fucking idiot too. And here comes Super Blue Check. So Super Blue Check, of course, one of those legacy blue checks. Former editor Jezebel, she'll get a chance to go at Elon here, express some of her discontent with the new style of Twitter. A friend of mine had disappeared back in November and came back this past couple days and was talking about how weird Twitter is now, how much has changed just in that short time. Elon going right after Super Blue Check, not holding back. So again, we got 27 people coming out tonight. Elon really roughing up Super Blue Check here. Now he's got a submission hold on her. She does get out. Nice kick. Elon's over the top rope. He could be not. No, he's back in. I thought he could have been the first one. And he's got that arm lock on her again. And she is, I don't know she is in pain. And she gives it up. Super Blue Check is eliminated already. And we get a buzzer, and it's Legacy Blue Check. So Super Blue Check and Bob. That's 2 blue checks in a row coming out here after Elon Musk. They're not going to do it, are they? Alright, so last week we had the subscribe blue check and the legacy blue check, and I hate subscribe blue checks, and I wanted them blocked, and I said I didn't want them out. Bob, please don't tell me that they're going to do a blue check thing here, because I do not want to see that subscribe blue check again. I will be very upset. Not sure what Super Blue Check is doing over there in the corner. Legacy Blue Check going after Elon Musk. And Elon goes into the Lady Cop there, and Legacy Blue Check is going at him. We're going to get a buzzer here, and we're going to see who comes out next. And it's the subscribe Blue Check. Damn it, Bob, I told you. All right. Oh man. Alright, I'm back. I'm back, folks. Sorry. Inserted myself into the discourse. I really hate that subscribe blue check. Inserted myself into discourse. I thought I had him when I first got in there, man. I got that 2 count right away. I got a shot in on Elon too. I thought I had him, but got roughed up, baby. Free thinker took me out, man. Discourse is... I'm not built for the discourse. I'm not gonna lie. I'm better for commentating on it than taking part in it. No doubt about that. So, apologies, but I told my producer Bob Dobolina, if I saw the subscribe blue check, it was gonna be on site. Anyways, one free thinker pinned another free thinker there. We have a lot of free thinkers out there. Well, there were 6, now there's 5. So we have 5 free thinkers and a subscribe blue check. That's the discourse, baby. bunch of free thinkers and a guy who's paying Twitter $8 a month to be boosted. Another pin on the subscribe blue check. Sorry, I tried to get my bearings about a little. I mean, I got busted open out there. Discourse is ugly. It's a gross and ugly affair. So we get a buzzer, and oh great, the Brooklyn Dad Defiant is coming out. I should have waited till I could have got some shots in on him too, probably. Although frankly, my performance was embarrassing. But you know, hey man, I'm not a discourse fighter. I'm just a regular bro. So one free thinker submitted to another free thinker, and then another free thinker got pinned by the subscribe blue check. A lot going on here, folks. So I think what we have is the subscribe blue check and 3 free thinkers and Brooklyn Dad Defiant. And we get a buzzer, and coming out, it's Eric Adams, New York City Mayor. New York City Mayor, of course, changing some of the ways that the homeless are being dealt with. I mean, they're pretty much outlawing homelessness everywhere. It's more about property values, you know? So you got to get rid of the homeless. Where do you send them? I don't know. Nowhere to send someone who's houseless. Wow, Eric Adams and Brooklyn Dad Defiant going at it. I figured they would be comrades there. And subscribe blue check's got that Dad Defiant in the corner, and what a move, man. I kind of hate the fact that subscribe blue check is actually good. Oh, we got a buzzer. And it's the bootlicker. Bootlicker made his debut last week, eliminated a couple people. Bootlicker, of course, posting on social media about this Chinese spy balloon that he was going to shoot out of the sky in his backyard, is what he said. I don't know how many of y'all heard people saying that, but this thing was above airplane altitude, so I don't think some dumb redneck in the backyard shooting up at the sky is going to do anything except for accidentally hit somebody a few miles away. I would say, but hey, do you, but what these guys do is a really horrible, selfish version of doing you. And that one free thinker got beaten by that other free thinker, and I do believe that long-haired free thinker is the same one who knocked me out in a similar way, got me on the apron and kicked my legs out from under me, just like he did that other free thinker. And we get a buzzer, and Dark Brandon's coming in. Of course, the dark side of President Biden. I actually saw somebody tweet that they thought unironically Biden was one of the best presidents ever, and I don't understand that. Eric Adams on that apron. He hits the top rope and nails Brooklyn Dad Defiant. Another free thinker got pinned in there. I did not see. It looked like the bootlicker pinned him. Discourse gets hot and heavy. It's hard to follow it all, to be honest. But we're about to get a buzzer. Let's see who comes out here. AOC. So AOC, of course, doing some speeches this week. Some highly passionate speeches circulated on social media. What a shit show Congress is, though. And that one free thinker is still in there is a bloody mess. He's been busted wide open. That damn subscribe blue check is still in there. Man, I hate that guy. Brooklyn Dad Defiant kicks AOC off the top rope. She did not get far, eliminated before the person after her even came out, and Eric Adams gets pinned by Brooklyn Dad Defiant. So he is kind of going against his liberal funding and just knocking out mainstream politicians left and right. And here comes the police state. Always active, always there. Of course, the police state was refereeing most of these discourses along with the lady cop, and came out a couple weeks back when the young man was assassinated by the police in Atlanta at the Forest protest, and the bootlicker pinned a subscribe blue check. I guess I gotta say go bootlicker for that one. Well, I was reading this weekend that young man that got killed by police, the original story about him just, police defending themselves. Apparently that poor guy got shot like 15 times, man, in an ambush. And the bootlicker pins Dark Brandon. So the bootlicker is just wrecking shop tonight. And here comes the wealthy leftist. That wealthy leftist who runs a community space and property that his family owns. He, of course, made some news this week talking about how communism would not endorse prostitution, not seeing sex work as workers. Of course, that comes from a place of privilege. Although at the same time, I think the internet has gentrified sex work to a certain extent. Like, there's a big difference between having an OnlyFans and like actually selling your body on the street. And usually there's a big difference in the level of traumas one has endured earlier in life. I don't think that glossing over sex work should ever overlook the amount of trauma that's behind it a lot of times. And here comes Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was out last week, back out this week. Of course, it's, the whole BLM thing is sort of lost on people because it became part of the police state going right after them. Those two are going to go at each other. The whole BLM movement got lost behind the Blue Lives Matter that came as a response to it, which is just, wealthy leftists got a really slow count there by the lady cop. But I mean, ultimately, the original point of Black Lives Matter should not have been lost. It seems to me, it seems like something that's obvious. It should be easily accepted, but for some reason it's controversial. We live in a really bizarre country, man. It just justifies some strange things to itself. And here comes Vice President Kamala Harris. We have not seen a lot of her this season of The Discourse. She, of course, has been a mainstay throughout the history of this show, but has not been in this winter 2023 one all that much that I can remember. But here she is tonight. BLM and the police state are up on that top rope with that wealthy leftist over there, too. And the wealthy leftists and the police state pretty much eliminate each other. So they are out, and it looks like we have 5 folks in there now. I'm about to get a buzzer, so after I get a buzzer, I'll reset the field. And it's George Santos, that New York Republican congressman. A lot has been said about how he's lying, how so much of what he said has been lies, but ultimately, most of these politicians in the Republican Party, post-Trump era, are lying and playing characters. And really, the only difference with Santos is he's playing a different type of character. So I don't think it really matters that he's lying. It's not like Matt Gaetz or Marjorie Taylor Greene aren't lying half the time either. It's a matter of holding to a story. We're in a post-Trump, post-truth politics where you just kayfabe your story. It's like wrestling in the 80s. And we get a buzzer, and here comes the library drag queen. That drag queen, actually, speaking of Marjorie Taylor Greene, I saw her complaining about $16,000 spent for her story time with a drag queen in Pennsylvania or something like that. Think about the PPP loans that people like her got. I think I read she had a few $100,000 in PPP loans that were forgiven, and that whole PPP loan thing was just a scam from the beginning. Like, people knew it was a scam and were applying and trying to sneak through the bureaucratic process of applying. Anyways, reset our field. We got the library drag queen, Congressman George Santos, Brooklyn Dad, defiant Vice President Kamala Harris, Black Lives Matter. Well, got one free thinker still out there, and the bootlicker. And joining is Ilhan Omar, a congresswoman from Minnesota. Of course, she had a speech this week, got taken off the Foreign Affairs Committee by the new Republican-controlled Congress, and gave a passionate speech about what she believes in and what she's standing up for. Of course, the Republican, she's un-American because she's not a white American. And at the same time, they have George Santos, so it's like they automatically create a myth to dispel the obvious, like that they're prejudiced and biased. But no, we have a gay Hispanic congressman from New York City, and or from New York State. It's purposely from New York State. And here comes Reply Guy, another guy that was shooting at the sky this past week, trying to shoot out balloons that he would never reach. I saw him posting about this. Of course, he's from the south side of Facebookistan, Reply Guy. So we've got 9 people in here now. Quite a packed field of the discourse here tonight. And I don't have a count because I unfortunately left my seat. I'm not sure how many people we have left. I lost track there in that time that I was in the ring earlier. And Black Lives Matter got eliminated. I didn't want to see that. I pulled for that guy. That's a nice guy. I've talked to him in the back. He's a really great guy. Passionate. And honest, man. Most of these people are not honest. It's kind of gross talking to them in the back. Speaking of gross, here comes the Tech Lord. George Santos got tossed violently over on the far end by Kamala Harris. You know, here comes the Tech Lord. And the Tech Lord I saw backstage talking to Elon Musk, and the Tech Lord going for a pin on Kamala Harris right away, kick out. I saw the Tech Lord and Elon hanging out together, and it's the funny thing about Elon is he pretends he's not the Tech Lord and some sort of free speech advocate, but he actually, him and the Tech Lord, they are the same. Like they're boys. So we got a buzzer coming up. And I've been told by my producer, Bob Dobalina, this is the next to last person. So we have Ron DeSantis. Here he comes. Well, he's getting into altercation with George Santos. Ron DeSantis, of course, just what a past few months for him, man. He was using Florida taxpayer money to fly immigrants from Texas to Cape Cod. Fought the College Board on African American history, and I don't know if you saw the names of folks that got eliminated, books that got eliminated. It was some really, Ilhan Omar got pinned in there. It was some really just normal, great stuff that I would have expected to be okay that were banned from that list. College Board, of course, changed it, so that means every state going by that AP College Board standard is now going by what Ron DeSantis has clamored about, and then now they're trying to get the menstrual cycles of high school athletes. Like, it's just, DeSantis is, well, Kevin McCarthy comes out, House Speaker. Don't want to overlook the fact he's in here, so we have 9 folks in here now. Top 4 will get bonus points, and then we will get down to our winner this week, and we'll see what happens. But DeSantis is, again, it's that post-Trump era. Like, I think of politics of post-2016. And you can even say post-Obama, because Obama was a character that was selling hope that he didn't really deliver on for the most part once he became absorbed by the mainstream. But post-Trump, DeSantis is just a much more vicious person. The Brooklyn Dad Defiant in their pin, I believe, pinned by that free thinker who's been in there for a long time, man. He's still out there. That guy was out there when I was out there. That feels like forever ago to me. Reply Guy pinned by the bootlicker. I guess they had some differences on how to shoot a balloon out the sky. Got settled, and Kevin McCarthy tossed on the far side. So we're quickly down to 6 people. So we got Kamala Harris, the library drag queen, the bootlicker, Ron DeSantis, the Tech Lord, and that free thinker is still out there, man. He's really lasted. The library drag queen has just been busted open. She is a bloody mess. And there is one of those ladders, and there we have 7 ladders around the ring that represent the meritocracy myth. Climb your way up to the top in America. DeSantis working on that Tech Lord over in the corner. I'm impressed by how long this one free Tech Lord over the top rope. Library drag queen out there with them, and they stomp, and Tech Lord is eliminated. Library drag queen stays in, so we're down to 5. But then the free thinker got pinned in there. So we are down to our final 4, and that final 4 is going to be the bootlicker, the library drag queen, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. What I was saying about DeSantis is in this post-Trump, like Trump had fascists. Well, man, DeSantis just dropped library drag queen right on her head on that ladder, and that's a pin, so we're down to 3. DeSantis is just a force out there, and that's kind of what I was trying to get to. Like, Trump is, I know a lot of people thought Trump was going to change things, and, you know, he comically tried to, but, like, let's face it, man, Donald Trump's a buffoon. DeSantis pins Kamala Harris, man. He is just running through everybody. DeSantis, however, is much younger than Trump, and he's got the bootlicker over the top rope. This might be a quick win for DeSantis. He's on that top rope and comes off and nails him. That could be a pin, but he doesn't go for it. DeSantis is just very methodical in his evilness, like what he's doing. And I remember seeing a thing last year where somebody said he had that big dick energy. But, you know, let's be truthful, man. There's a lot of guys like this who are like that frat boy type who've gotten away with whatever they want, which is what DeSantis is doing now, getting away with whatever he wants. Not really big dick energy so much as it is unprosecuted date rape energy. And that is definitely what DeSantis comes across as. This is not a guy who's going to make you feel good. And he bootlicker over the top rope. Could this be it? No, he gets back in. DeSantis on the top rope, and there's a German suplex by the bootlicker. I guess that would be called an American suplex if he did it, though. DeSantis has got confidence, but it's not and he tosses the bootlicker. So just like that, we're done. And I didn't even have a chance to tell you how worried I was about how horrible Ron DeSantis could be before he cleared the ring and won this week. Facing off with the bootlicker outside. Man, let's look at this. So he gets the bootlicker, lifts him up. Looks like he's going to do a suplex. But instead of a suplex, he just tosses the man right over the top rope and wins this thing. So our results tonight, Ron DeSantis eliminated 3 people, and it should be noted the 3 people he eliminated were the other 3 in the final 4. So 13 points for Ron DeSantis. The bootlicker, man, he got 11 points. Kamala Harris with 7 points. Free Thinker and the Library Drag Queen got 4. Brooklyn Dad Defiant with 3. Tech Lord and another Free Thinker with 2. Sadly, no Dirt God Raven Mac up there. I did not eliminate anybody and instead got my ass handed to me entering the discourse. So our standings after 5 events, the Woke Mobster is still at the top with 19 points. Ron DeSantis closing the gap with 17 points. Police stayed up there with 16. Eric Adams, Twitter Communist, Dark Brandon, Tech Lord, and the Bootlickers cracked the leaderboard. So that's our leaderboard. I will tell you, next week is going to be week 6, so we are going to have people coming in who have scored points this season but are not up high at this level of the leaderboard. So we're going to have people trying to clamor to get into that finale 2 weeks from now, and then we will have that finale 2 weeks from now. Once again, folks, all this is supported by my Southern Gothic Futurist Patreon. If you don't know what a Patreon is, it's where you contribute, you support an artist doing everything they do. I'm about to drop a haiku book here in a couple weeks. Yeah, that's right. I'm a poet, I'm a writer, a photographer, artist, philosopher. I do it all, baby. I'm a greater Appalachian unorthodox priest of the Southern Gothic futuristic nonsense, man. That's me, 100% live and in living flesh, showing and proving on a daily basis. So you can sign up for that Patreon and show your boy Dirt God some support. But regardless, or irregardless, I love saying irregardless because people get mad that that's not a word. But if you know the damn meaning, it's a word. Shut up. Irregardless, join us next week for week 6 of the Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse, and I will be back here with you. Hopefully we'll have a sponsor so we can call this arena something other than just an abandoned concrete factory at the edge of town. And till then, I'll see you later, folks. Salam.